You're just here to abolish the post office.
That's right. Yeah.
You standing by that? Are you happy to you stand
No,
by
my
it?
opinion on the postal service has never changed. I think it's a bad business model.
It's not a business; it's a service.
Sure, it's a
I mean, how much money do our highways make us? You know.
I mean, the turnpike makes us money, but that's
Yeah,
a
that's
UCP
the-
model versus like
yeah.
a traditional infrastructure model. But no, the post office, you're in a situation where you get the worst of both worlds. You have a somewhat private entity that's also propped up by the government. They have no competition with first-class mail delivery, and I understand the origin of that. I mean, not a whole lot of people want to deliver first-class mail, but I think to
Right.
act like they're doing a bang-up job and being good stewards of their finances would be an absurd jump.
But they've been starved on the financing, and now they're coming after the union jobs. And like the post office can't pick its customers. I mean, you represent a large rural area. You know what I mean? Like the medication gets delivered, first class mail. Like if it goes privatized, like I assume you just want to privatize everything.
No, not necessarily. I think
Like,
that
the price on that's going to go up.
You need to, and I think to an extent,
Plus, think about our beautiful veterans. We love our
Right.
veterans,
Love our
right?
veterans, yes.
Think of how much the veterans employ.
Yeah.
Are employed by the
and
post office.
There are a lot of my issues with the postal service are structural, based on like the dollars and cents, the way it operates. Like I think we all generally like our mail carriers; they're good people, just doing their job. Congress has really screwed them over. The postal service specifically with their pension pre-funding requirements that are completely
That's gone
absurd,
now,
not
yeah.
solvent. But I think just generally, do we want to have an entity that does a service that we all agree is valuable, but that just loses billions of dollars every year and just does not do a good job of actually doing it? I mean,
Well, now that the pension requirements out of it, that's going to help. But it's
It
still,
will absolutely
it's
help.
you know,
There's a lot- there's a
it's
long
not
way
a
to go.
business. We don't have to make money.
Look, I think
You know, our
this-
police force doesn't make us money. Our fire departments don't make us
Right.
money.
No, I think we're just getting a bad deal and it's not done well. I think they privatize it or make it fully public entity, but this like
Yes,
middle ground
there we
we've been
go.
operating in for a long time. It's not working. Like the mail service is not getting better. It sucks. Like period.
You
I
ever
don't
worked at
know
the
anybody-
post office?
I've never worked in the post office.
Brother, let me tell you.
I've done a lot of, like, I had a job where I did a lot of shipping with the post office, and we had like 30% of the stuff we'd ship out all across the country would just never get there.
We should be on our hands and knees thanking our mail carriers and so the management at the post office. We should be on our hands and knees thanking them.
I don't disagree. The issue is management and leadership. The issue isn't the rank and file doing their job. They have no say-so in how the post office runs the business. The issue that I have is the bigger picture. We have this like quasi-public, quasi-private company where you get the worst of both worlds of those two things combined into something that's just not doing a good job.
What about JobsOhio?
What about JobsOhio?
Quasi-public, quasi-private.
Yeah,
Are you a supporter?
Yeah, I think I would like to see, my biggest gripe with JobsOhio historically has been it's a lot of great stuff for Central Ohio and places like Mahone Valley get nothing. We now have our Lake to River region in the valley, and I work with those people fairly frequently. I think they do a good job. We'll see if the results back up, but what matters to me is that my region has a seat at the table, and prior to Lake to River, we did not. There, like I said, a lot of awesome things happened in Central Ohio. Nothing was really happening in Northeast Ohio, particularly in the Valley, and that was where my frustration came from. So check back in a couple of years. If the Lake to River folks are still doing what they're trying to do and we're getting results, I'm all for it. I think the need for oversight and looking into those things, that's a very reasonable request. I mean, it's a lot of dollars, and it is that kind of murky public-private partnership sort of model that its murkiness is by design, and I'm sure you've heard the stories of why they want to do it that way. Makes sense.
What do they do up there?
Right.
You know, I know, like, what's a day-to-day like of a JobsOhio employee? It seems pretty easy.
Great question. I don't know. Yeah. I couldn't tell you. I've never worked at JobsOhio. Yeah.
I appreciate your time. Last question, Vivek Ramaswamy, were you on the endorsement list? Or
I will be, yeah.
You will be?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Same
Are you
with
worried
me,
about
yeah.
you worried about Jim Trussell getting in the race?
No, I don't know. I haven't heard from Jim. I love Jim Trussell. He's done great things for the area. He's a great guy. He'd make a great governor. He's not running as of now. I don't know if he will. I think the Trump endorsement coming in so quickly, I think there will be a pretty concerted effort to keep him out of the race, but I'm sure a lot of people want him to get in. It's ultimately his decision. If he ends up being our guy, he's got my support 1,000%, but he's not running right now. And I think Vivek offers something really fresh. I think we probably agree there's a lot of the culture of corruption in Columbus is something we all need to kind of move past, and getting somebody that's not from inside.
Well, now you're the part of the culture of corruption.
I
so.
know that, yeah.
They would look at those business dealings as part of the culture of corruption.
Well, you can see the business dealings. The business dealings have been going on long before I got here, and they will go on long after I'm here. I'm not the only person in the General Assembly that has political business dealings at the same time.
No, you're not. That goes back to the culture of corruption point.
Yeah. Well, it's not just Republicans either.
No, it's not. It's not. It's a bipartisan. Democrats don't have the juice. No, they're in the super minority, but I'm not. Yeah, there's definitely some ethical dealings that go on. I won't pretend it's a Republican exclusive thing up here.
No, look.
So, if you got any tips on that, feel free to send it my way.
Okay.
You send me a DM.
I got you.
You've got my number.
I do. Actually, I don't.
I'll give it to you right now.
Appreciate it. Yep.
All right, appreciate you, brother.
Yep. No problem.